Your child just bit another kid at daycare again. You've been there, standing in the pickup line, other parents looking, your stomach drops. Your child isn't broken, you aren't failing, but your gut says something needs attention. These 7 behaviors aren't just phases, they're signals. Your child's nervous system is talking. Miss them, and you miss critical windows. Before we dive in, let's talk about what most parents get wrong about behavior patterns. You're told it's just a phase by everyone. Pediatrician says wait and see. Daycare says normal range. But you know your child. Something shifted. Here's what they don't tell you. Behavior is communication. Your child's nervous system is talking to you every single day. Research shows early intervention windows matter most. Miss the signal, miss the solution window. The difference? Knowing when typical becomes concerning. It's not about the behavior itself, it's about the pattern underneath. Your child deserves to be understood. You deserve to trust what you're seeing. So, what patterns should trigger your attention? Let me show you the framework that changes everything. Meet the pattern test, FIDRC. Frequency, intensity, duration, recovery, context. This isn't about diagnosis, it's about smart triage. 5 letters that help you know when to seek support. This is the most important part. I'm going to walk you through 7 specific behaviors, each one filtered through this lens. By the end, you'll know exactly what to track, and when your gut feeling deserves professional attention. Co-regulation starts with you. Understanding the signals first. Let's start with the one that gets the most attention but is often misunderstood completely. Behavior 1, daily/destructive tantrums. We're starting with number 1 of 7 behaviors that need your attention. What to do? Track frequency first. Daily versus occasional matters. Note the triggers, transitions, demands, sensory overload. Apply co-regulation by getting your nervous system calm first. Document intensity. Are we talking tears or property damage? Time the duration. 5 minutes versus 45 minutes tells a different story. Why it works? Tantrums are an immature nervous system seeking regulation. Your child literally can't calm down alone yet. Your stability becomes their anchor point. The serve and return connection during recovery builds their future regulation skills. Picture this. You're at Target. Cart full of groceries. Your 4-year-old wants candy. You say no. They throw themselves on the floor screaming. Other shoppers stare. You feel your face burning. This is the 3rd time this week. Expected result, shorter recovery time after meltdowns. Your child seeks connection with you after big feelings instead of hiding. You stay regulated during the chaos. Track this through FIDRC. Are tantrums happening daily? Do they involve hitting or throwing things? Do they last over 30 minutes? Does it take hours for your child to recover? Do they happen everywhere, not just at home? When tantrums become daily and destructive with slow recovery, it's time to reach out for support. But what if your child isn't throwing tantrums? They're throwing punches? Behavior 2, aggression that escalates. We're on number 2 of 7, and this one makes parents panic. What to do? Never ignore hitting, biting, or kicking. Set an immediate boundary. Bodies are not for hurting. Remove your child from the situation without a lecture. Address the behavior after everyone's nervous system has regulated. Track the escalation patterns through the FIDRC lens. Why it works? Aggression means your child's nervous system is in survival mode. Safety boundaries actually teach regulation skills. Connection after correction builds trust instead of shame. Picture this. Playground pickup. Your child pushes another kid off the swing. Hard. The other child cries. Your child looks shocked at their own behavior. You want to disappear into the wood chips. Expected result? Your child learns to pause between impulse and action. Aggression decreases with consistent boundaries. Self-regulation skills start emerging. Use FIDRC to track. Does hitting happen frequently? Is the force increasing? Do aggressive episodes last longer? Does your child show no remorse afterward? Does it happen across multiple settings? When aggression escalates with injury risk or shows no remorse, professional guidance helps. The next pattern is subtle. Kids actually go backwards. Behavior 3. Regression. Number 3 of 7 catches parents completely off guard. What to do? Don't shame backward steps in toileting, sleep, or feeding. Increase connection and comfort instead of pressure. Look for stressors: new baby, school change, family stress. Support rather than push forward. Track what areas regress together. Why it works. Regression is your child's nervous system seeking safety in the familiar. Stress temporarily overrides new skills. Your support actually accelerates their return to previous levels. Picture this. Your potty-trained 3-year-old starts having accidents, multiple times daily. They were dry for 6 months. Now you're washing sheets again and feeling like you failed somehow. Expected result: skills return faster with support versus pressure. Your child feels safe to try new things again. Underlying stressors get addressed instead of ignored. FIDRC tracking. Is regression frequent across multiple skills? How severe? Losing one skill or several? Has it lasted weeks? Is there emotional distress during setbacks? Does it happen across all environments? When regression affects multiple areas for over a month, checking in with your pediatrician helps identify stressors. But what about the child who doesn't act out? They disappear instead. Behavior 4. Withdrawal invisible child. Behavior we're halfway through. Number 4 of 7 is the quiet one parents miss. What to do? Don't celebrate the easy, quiet child too quickly. Actively invite connection without pressure. Create safe spaces for big feelings. Notice avoidance of eye contact or social situations. Track when withdrawal increases. Why it works. Withdrawal is your child's nervous system in shutdown mode for protection. Gentle invitation rebuilds their sense of safety. Small connections matter more than big conversations. Picture this. Parent-teacher conference. Teacher says your child is perfect, never disrupts, follows all rules, doesn't need help. But at home, they melt down over tiny changes. Something doesn't add up. Expected result: your child begins expressing needs directly instead of hiding them. More emotional range shows up. Their authentic personality emerges. Track through FIDRC. Is withdrawal frequent throughout the day? Is it complete? No social engagement at all? Does it last hours daily? Are there delayed emotional outbursts later? Does it happen at both school and home? Persistent withdrawal with delayed emotional releases benefits from professional insight. Next up, when your child wants to talk but can't find the words. Behavior 5. Communication. Stall number 5 of 7 creates a frustration cycle for everyone. What to do? Reduce pressure to use words. Accept all communication attempts, pointing, pulling, even crying. Narrate their experience. You want the blue cup. Give processing time. Count to 10 before repeating requests. Track speech patterns versus emotional state. Why it works. Communication delays can be developmental or stress responses. Pressure increases shutdown. Your acceptance opens pathways for language development. Picture this. Your 3-year-old grunts and points at the counter. You know they can say water, but they won't. Frustration builds on both sides. They start crying. You start lecturing about using words. Expected result: less frustrated attempts at communication from your child. Gradual increase in verbal attempts. reduced communication-related meltdowns. FIDRC helps here. Are speech delays frequent daily? How severe for their age? Has it lasted months? Do behavioral outbursts accompany communication attempts? Does it happen across all settings? Significant delays with behavioral impacts by age 2.5 warrant speech evaluation. The next behavior looks like control issues, but it's actually about safety. Behavior 6, extreme rigidity / rituals. We're on number 6 of 7. This one blocks family life. What to do? Don't break rituals abruptly. Gradually introduce tiny changes. Validate their need for predictability. Create change practice during safe moments. Build flexibility muscle slowly. Why it works. Rigidity is your child's nervous system seeking control when everything feels overwhelming. Forced flexibility increases anxiety. Small successful changes build tolerance over time. Picture this. Every morning, same cup, same chair, same cartoon. Change the cup and your child has a 30-minute meltdown. You're late for work. Again. The whole family walks on eggshells around routines. Expected result: gradual acceptance of minor changes, reduced anxiety around transitions, family flexibility returns without major battles. Use FIDRC tracking. Is rigidity frequent across multiple routines? How extreme? Meltdowns over tiny changes? Do episodes last hours? Is recovery slow? Does rigidity control multiple daily routines? When rigidity prevents family functioning or social situations, support helps build flexibility skills. The final behavior is the hardest to watch. Behavior 7, self-directed aggression. Number 7 of 7, this is urgent attention territory. What to do? Never ignore headbanging, self-biting, or self-hitting. Physical safety comes first. Stay calm. Your panic increases theirs. Seek professional support quickly. Document triggers and patterns for professionals. Why it works. Self-harm signals an overwhelmed nervous system with no other outlet available. Your safety plus professional support prevents escalation. Early intervention prevents long-term patterns. Picture this. Bedtime routine goes wrong somehow. Your child starts hitting their own head repeatedly. Hard. You grab their hands, they fight harder. Your heart pounds. This is the 3rd time this month. Expected result: professional support identifies specific triggers. Alternative coping strategies emerge. Self-harm episodes decrease with proper intervention. Any repeated self-directed aggression warrants immediate professional consultation. Track all FIDRC aspects for your appointment. Now you know the 7 patterns. Let me paint the picture of what changes when you get this right. What I'm about to say changes everything about how you see your child's behavior. Picture this. Your child has a meltdown at the grocery store again. But now you see the pattern, the triggers, the nervous system talking. You stay regulated. You co-regulate with them. Recovery happens in 5 minutes instead of 50. Other parents ask what you did differently. Your child seeks connection after big feelings instead of hiding in shame. Bedtime becomes peaceful. Transitions get smoother. You trust your gut. You know when to get professional support. Most importantly, your child feels understood. Their nervous system develops security. Behavior becomes communication, not constant battle. You become the safe harbor in their emotional storm. This isn't about creating perfect children, it's about raising connected ones. Connected children become resilient adults. The patterns you identify today shape their lifelong regulation skills. Research shows the parent-child relationship is the most powerful predictor of mental health outcomes. You're not just managing today's behavior, you're building their future nervous system capacity. Every moment of co-regulation teaches them, I can handle big feelings, My parent will help me. I am safe. I know what you're thinking. This sounds too good to be true. What if I'm overreacting? Your instincts matter. Trust them. What if professionals dismiss my concerns? Bring your FIDRC tracking. Data speaks louder than worry. What if my child is just spirited or strong-willed? Spirited children still need regulation skills. Actually, they need them more. What if this is somehow my fault? Blame never helps anyone. Understanding does. What if my child just outgrows it naturally? Some patterns fade. Others need support to resolve. Remember this. You're not diagnosing. You're documenting. You're not pathologizing your child. You're protecting their development. The goal isn't compliance. It's connection. Early support prevents bigger struggles later. Your child deserves to feel understood. You deserve to trust your parental instincts. Professional support isn't parental failure. It's parental wisdom. The strongest parents ask for help when they need it. Co-regulation starts with your regulated nervous system first. When you understand these patterns, you respond instead of react. When you respond from calm, your child learns to do the same. Your child's behavior is communication. Now you speak the language. Start tracking one behavior today using FIDRC. Frequency, intensity, duration, recovery. Context, trust what you see, document what you notice. Your child's nervous system is developing every single day. The patterns you understand today become the regulation skills they carry forever. You've got this, and when you don't, get support. Which of these 7 behaviors have you noticed in your child? Share in the comments below. You're not alone in this journey. Your child isn't broken, they're communicating.